All right, here we go. What's up?
What is happening, people?
Hey, what's up? Dennis here, Analog Archives. I have my guest here, Jeff from
Yo,
Gas
yo.
Masks and Hand Grenades. We are kind of just talking about the live stream we're going to do for our Halloween special, which will be October 28th, 7 p.m. my time. What time your time, Jeff?
No, actually, I thought we were doing it 6. Did you want to go at 7 or 6?
We could do 6. I'm
Yeah.
I'm free that whole day.
Okay, yeah, because you had mentioned that we could go as early as 9 my time. So
Yeah, let's
that,
go early then.
that way, if we start at 10, we may end up going till like daybreak my time. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah, so basically, what Dennis is saying is we're doing the fourth and kind of final installment for the year over on my channel, Gas Masks and Hand Grenades. Dennis and I started this horror podcast thing, sort of where we got away from the metal a little bit just for one episode every couple months to talk about horror movies and horror paraphernalia and swag and all that kind of stuff. As you can see, Dennis has tons of that shit everywhere, and I have quite a bit of it too. But what we're going to end up doing is we thought it'd be kind of cool to do your top 10 favorite Halloween horrors, slashers, psychological dramas, whatever you get in the mood for Halloween. Because most of us that are in the metal music, we love the Halloween and the horror stuff too, and most of us own a good bit of it. And so basically, what I kind of concocted with him was, why don't we just see about asking people in our subscriber base that are also into horror if they want to stop by and join in this thing a little bit. So essentially, what I have in mind is that you come if you're interested in joining Dennis and I on Saturday night, the 28th of October, starting at 9 p.m. Eastern time, so 6 p.m. Pacific time, and whatever you are, if you're in Central or whatever, wherever that lies, so it'd be 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock, if depending on where you're at. And what you do is you come to the table with your top 10 Blu-rays, videos, VHS, soundtracks, whatever you want to do,
Yep.
any combination thereof. And we prefer you bring heart, like
A
I'm not saying if you just want to
physical
pop.
copy.
Yeah, if you have physical media, great. That makes it much cooler. If you don't, not a huge deal. If you just want to pop in and go, hey, these are my top 10, we'll
Yep.
probably discuss it with you. We'll get a little bit of a semblance of, who you are as a person. If you're on Dennis's, I would imagine you and I share a few subscribers, I would bet.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Um, but you're over 2,000 and I'm only at 800. So you have, a good bit more. But so here's how I'm going to propose that we're going to need a way to get in touch with you. So
Yep.
the best way to do that is to either get Dennis or I on our Instagram uh, things. And what is your Instagram? Just say it out.
It's analog underscore archives at Instagram. It's in my profile up there on
Right.
the Facebook thing. So you can, or not Facebook, sorry, on YouTube. Just
YouTube.
click on
Yeah.
that. It'll go straight to my Instagram.
Yep.
Either that or Facebook. Don't do my email because I don't fucking read my email. So,
Yeah. I do check my email regularly, so you could hit me there. I'm a little reluctant to just give that out to just everybody on the internet, though, because just in case. So what I'd prefer you do is hit me on the Instagram. The same thing if you come to my channel. It's the same thing as Dennis. It's the way to contact me, the easiest way. The other option is too, you can leave a comment in this video and just
yeah.
talk about, just tell us who you are and the best way to get a hold of you. If you have an Instagram or you're cool and maybe you have a general email, you don't care that it's a spam thing, we can send you an email there. And then because what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need a way to contact you if you want to join us by sending you a link to get on the live stream. Now, you can come on with video and audio. Obviously, you have to do audio because we can't. If you're not, if we can't hear you, it's no point in being
Just
there.
come on and do sign
Yeah,
language.
sign language. Yeah, but I would prefer that you come on with the video and the audio. But if you're somebody that's like super anxious and you want to join in, but you're like super uptight about showing your face on camera. Okay, just understand that you're probably going to come on. We'll let you do your list quick, and then we'll probably boot you out. If you're actually on with video and audio, we'll probably hang out with you for a little bit. We'll get to know you a little bit. And,
Yeah.
I'm sure Dennis has a core group of regular commenters, people that you know, that interact with him fairly regularly or somewhat regularly. And I do as well. And so we're going to do this very same thing we're doing right here on Dennis's. We're going to jump over on my channel and do it real quick. And I apologize for looking so fucking beautiful, but it's just how it is. I can't help what happened to me. I'm just that guy. But it's been a long fucking day, man. I've been doctor's office singing all kind of crazy shit. So yeah, so basically, come on, give us your top 10. We'll interact with you. We'll talk to you a little bit before we start the list. We'll get to know you a little bit, and then you might stick around for 15, 20 minutes. We're gonna have a core group of people that are gonna be there through the night. So it's Dennis and I, Rick from the Dreadful Minutes, Matt from Accusation Network. I think Tom from Cine Arcadia is going to be there. Chromium Dioxide is going to be there. Jimmy from Future Ruins is going to be there. So a bunch of us that you may know from other channels and episodes will be there that you can kind of come in and get to know us a little bit. And just seemed like a cool way to be interactive with our subscriber base.
Right. And I know a lot of you guys like horror too, then you don't really. I think there's like a diverse group of people that like the horror stuff, and then some people like both, and then some people only like horror, some people only like the metal stuff. But
Right.
so I mean, it is what it is. Just come on, and if you're into the horror stuff, just come on. You don't have to show your face and just be like, "Hey, man, this is what I watched during Halloween, and kind of why, or what you do during the Halloween season, like why these movies are important to you." Because
Yeah. What you do to get fired up for Halloween? Do you do the crazy shit where you do the whole lawn ornament stuff and the spook
yeah,
hat? Do you try to scare the shit out of the neighbor kids that come by? I'll never forget, man. True story. I had my oldest child, Lauren, was about, I think, probably like just a toddler, man, just barely walking. And I used to work at this old restaurant while I was finishing up college. It was an old brewery called Boobies Brewery. No lie, Boobies Brewery, Bubes, Boobs Brewery, and we would do every Halloween. We do a killer. We would convert the catacombs, the brewing cellars, into fucking like this eerie haunted house. And I was like in my mid 20s when I was wrapping up college, and so my wife was kind of carrying the load while I finished up school and we had our kid. And I worked with all these young cats that were like 16, 17, 18, 19 in the restaurant. And these kids were fucking crazy, dude. First of all, they were always stoned, number one. Number two,
yeah,
either that or they're dropping acid. But they had the craziest ideas for doing the haunted house stuff. So, like, for example, the one thing they did, like in the ante room where you would walk into this haunted house, was this big room that was probably like 50 by 20 or something like that. They went to the fucking butcher's shop, or no, a slaughterhouse. This was back in the early 90s. And somebody knew somebody that worked at a slaughterhouse. And
yeah,
guess what they brought to the haunted house?
like a fucking pig's head or something.
Pigs heads,
Hell yeah,
real
dude.
pigs heads, guts, entrails, all kind of shit. And I'm like, what the hell? And I think I told this story once before. The intro music that they put on loop
Yeah,
was that track from Slow, Deep, and Hard, that really spooky one from Typo Negative. That I think it's um, something specific gravity. That track, that one that's just, it's like an ambient, like super horror sounding thing with people just
yeah,
screaming and stuff. And they just looped that. And dude, I'm telling you, it was the scariest haunted house I was ever in. So, anyways, we did this and I got this mask and I put blood all over it. And it was like an old man with crazy hair, kind of like me now. And it was, blood coming from the eyes and shit. And long story short, I wore it like the night before we did the haunted house at the restaurant. I wore it at the door and I'll never forget, man. I opened up the door and there was this little kid there a couple little kids, and they started crying, and I had to rip the mask off and go, "It's okay, I'm just playing." And the mothers were like, "Yeah, you might want to not. You might want to look out the window next time and look at how little the little ones are
Yeah.
before you try to scare the living shit out of them."
Yeah, yeah, but they're gonna remember that. That's the thing. They'll be
Oh
like,
yeah,
"Yeah, man, when I was like 6, this guy, the old man with like blood all over his face,
oh
scared the
yeah.
shit out of me." Like, so
So
it's still a
yeah,
good memory.
that's kind of the idea. If you want to come dressed up, I'm gonna see if I can do a costume myself. I'm gonna try to come up with something that might be a fun thing to do, Dennis. Maybe do
Yeah.
some costuming for all of us that are gonna be on, because I know Rick's gonna do it. You know damn well Rick's gonna do it.
Rick's
But
like, "Costume change. I'll be
yeah,
back in
costume change
10."
every 5 minutes or something. But yeah, that's basically it. You're just gonna come on. We'll send you a link once I know how to contact you. If you hit Dennis or I, we'll get together. I would say by the time I would say by like Thursday night, the Thursday, I don't know. We're doing it on a Saturday, yeah. So
Yep.
maybe by Friday mid afternoon, I'll have to cut it for people joining. So if you really want to do this, get in early so we can start lining people up and maybe giving them slots to stop in.
Yeah.
I'll have to do all that arranging because you're working, you won't have time to do that, but I'll handle that. But again, if we don't have like 50 people want in, I think it's pretty manageable. If like 15, 20 people want to do this, I think it'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, for
Um,
sure, man. It's gonna be epic. It's gonna be an epic Halloween hang.
yeah, yeah, for sure, man. And we'll probably be drinking a few beers. I would imagine. I would
Yep.
gather, and
Jeff's gonna go get some Guinness.
I'm gonna get. Well, I still got two in the fridge. I'll grab another six by then. But you know me, I don't get super fucked up, but I might end up getting fucked up for this. Who knows? It might be
Yeah.
fun. Um,
Oh, yeah, dude.
but yeah, that's kind of the idea. We're just gonna try to make a fun last episode of Catacombs of Depravity and for the year and centered around the Halloween theme. And we always have fun with them, man. I mean, they start out. I mean, the very first one with Don Anderson was kind of short. It was only about 2 hours. But then we got this. The next one was like 4.5. The one after that was like 6. So
Yeah.
who knows? This could go. This could go into the wee hours of the night. People aren't puking all over themselves and being, you know. And here's the other thing. I think it goes without saying. If you want to come on, don't be a dick. All right, just don't be a dick. Just come on, be cool. We're gonna be cool to you, be cool to us, and show your stuff or talk about what Halloween means to you. And again, if you guys do your house up or you take your kids out, or whatever. I mean, whatever you want to talk about, Halloween themed and horror themed, we'll get into
Yep.
it and we'll have a good time with it. So
Yeah, don't be intimidated. Just come on, hang out, man. Like, I get it. I mean, I have a lot of horror stuff, and Jeff has a lot too.
oh yeah.
But I mean, if you don't, and you just want to talk about like, what Halloween is to you or whatever, man, just come on. Like, talk about, hey, man, like this is how I do Halloween, or like Jeff says, I take my kids out, we go do the house up, shit like that. Like
Yeah, if you
that's
go to like any cool local Halloween haunts that are around your place, like ghost story stuff or whatever, we can wrap on that a little bit too. And
yep,
just so people understand though, there's a core group of us that are gonna be on, and to the subscribers, we're not gonna let you hang around like all night. I mean, I can't
yeah,
unless we only get 4 or 5 people, then maybe we can look at it. But generally speaking, right now I think I've got 6 or 7 people that are going to be on the bulk of the night with us, and so you're kind of a visitor that's stopping in and kind of getting to
so
know us, and we're getting to know you, and who knows, that could lead to future stuff. Maybe we bring you in on one of our deep dives or one of our specials that we do somewhere along the line. So we're
yeah,
always looking, at least I am. I don't know about everyone else, but I'll speak for myself. I'm always looking for cool people to collaborate with and that have informed opinions or just are passionate about something. So if you're passionate about music, you're passionate about horror films, you're passionate about psychological thrillers, just come on and talk about them. And, that's all we ask. And just don't be a dick.
yep.
I'm a big enough dick for all of us. So just let me be the dick. So
I
that's
think
kind of it.
I think sometimes we're both dicks when there's like a lot of younger guys on with us. So who
Well,
knows?
we're the old men. You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
just is what it is. You're always going to hear. You're always going to hear the. Back in my day when we
Oh,
used.
God damn it.
Back in my day, we used to actually watch The Exorcist 8 times in a row, and then we would stand in the darkened bathroom and scream "Red rum, read red rum," and then we drop lots of angel dust right after that. It would be awesome. So, but yeah, that's kind of what we just wanted to do a live to kind of tell you what we were planning to do. And again, right now the guest list is Dennis and I and Jimmy from Future Runes, Matt from Accusation Network, Chromium Dioxide. He's not going to be there the whole night. He's going to come in and out. Rick from the Dreadful Minutes. Did I miss someone? I think there's someone else, right? Tom, maybe from Sin Arcadia. So,
Yeah.
it looks to be a full house and a lot of fun. And it doesn't matter if you pick some of the same movies we do.
Nah,
We know that's going to happen. That's not a big
of
deal,
course.
But if you come in with obscure shit, that's even better because we might find out about something we haven't seen. Dennis always pulls shit out. I have no idea what he's talking about. And we grew up pretty much in the same year. It's just he was a little more locked in than I was at that point in
Yeah.
time. I'm a little bit older than him, but we know that
Oh, hell yeah. Tourist
the
Trap.
chances
That's
are pretty
probably on
good.
my list.
Yeah, the
Tourist Trap's
chances are
on my
good.
list.
There's going to be a lot of Halloweens and a lot of Friday the 13th and Dream Warrior or not Dream Warriors. What's it called? Nightmare on Elm Street,
Nightmare on
stuff
Elm
like that.
Street.
So, but yeah, so that's that. Hit Dennis or I at our Instagrams. Let us know how to get in touch with you if you want to join in, and just have your list ready when you come in. And again, you can talk about 10 films, but you can also bring up a couple soundtracks if you want to. So
Yeah, of
we're all
course.
soundtrack guys too.
Yep.
All right.
So come see us, man. 28th, 6 p.m. Pacific and 9 p.m. Eastern.
On
Yep.
Gas Masks and Hand Grenades YouTube channel.
What's that?
That's my YouTube channel.
Oh, shit. Who would have known?
Where we're going to jump over to right now. So,
All right, go over there because we're going to talk about the same shit
we're
right
going to talk
now.
about the same shit. It might not be exactly verbatim, but it'll probably be close. So, all right.
No.
I'll see
All
you
right,
in a minute,
guys.
dude.
Hey, appreciate it. And if you guys follow my channel, I know there's some horror movie guys that keep like sending me messages. Come on, even if you don't want to do the video, just come fucking hang out with us, man. If you don't want to do the videos, it's all good. Just come hang out with us and let's talk some fucking Halloween shit. All right, guys. Cheers. I'll see you on the 28th.